Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for stopping by, and as you can tell, we are about to head back into the cheese box here, full of pickups from Check Out My Cards over the years. So let's just get right to it. You know the drill at this point. We're just going to pull cards until we get to probably the 10-minute mark. And how about this? We come out strong with a buyback card here. Man, I did not even remember buying this or that I had this. This is a 1999 Topps Pedro Martinez that was bought back and issued as part of the Rediscover Topps promotion in 2017. That is a winner. Pedro was the best pitcher on the planet, 99, 2000, that range. So getting a 99 Pedro in buyback form is like just incredible. That honestly, it's going to be tough to top that the rest of the way out here. I think that has a very high likelihood of being the best card to come out of the box today. But let's keep it going. Got a high-tech card next. This is from the 2016 high-tech release. Love my acetate. As you know, if you've been by the channel with any frequency, and of course, can't go wrong with Ichiro in the lesser-known Marlins uniform here. Do wish it was a Mariners card, but it's still just a really nice looking card. I love these. The rainbow work, rainbow foil work here, alternating with the acetate is just killer. So some of my favorite modern cards from the past, say, 10 years or so are those tech releases. I've shown Star Wars tech quite a bit on the channel, but a little baseball flair today. And wow, we're keeping it going with baseball. Funny card here. This is from 2015 Topps Chrome Update. And all of the cards looked like this in Update. They were just, this is a base card, believe it or not, for Chrome Update. Absolutely gorgeous. And I believe this is the, if not rookie card, first Topps Chrome card, but I think maybe even rookie card of JT Realmuto, who's been, I guess quietly, if you live outside one of the markets where he's played, been one of the best catchers, in baseball over the last decade. And had a extra copy of this. I have a complete set of Chrome Update. It was only like 50 cards. I did work on that and hand collate it back in 2015 because I love the shine on these. And I had an extra JT Realmuto, sent that off to my buddy Brian at Walkenbach, and then purchased another extra to backfill it on Check Out My Cards because I'm a really big believer in this card. I love it. And this might even be the second time I've told that story. I may have grabbed two extras. It's one of those cards where if I see it and it's like, maybe a buck or two, I just have a hard time leaving it behind. So 3 straight baseball cards to start us off today. That's very unusual. And finally, we get a hockey card here. 4 cards in. Look at this beauty from Upper Deck Allure. This is the Sidney Crosby White Rainbow. And this is from the first set, the first year that they did Upper Deck Allure in 2019. And I really like the look of the white border with the white penguin sweater here. Just a great looking card of a guy who is one of the hobby's darlings, I'd say, in the 21st century. So nice Crosby there. Let's go into the oversized section here and grab maybe a vintage card. And nice, I seem to be on a run here of 1953 Topps cards in my cheese box rummage. I know I have quite a few of them over here on the left, but I also have a lot of other oversized vintage, and for whatever reason, I just seem to keep pulling the 53s. So beauty here being a Brooklyn Dodgers card as well. Bobby Morgan. Love that. Look at that smile, the cap, the red background. Shout out to Doug over at Decon and Adam at Vintage Sanctuary. I know they're fans of bright red backgrounds on cards. So the 53 Bobby Morgan may be one that you guys want to add to your list. Third baseman. So let's take a look at the back. Nice and clean as well. This is really in line with how I try to build my 53 set. I try to get graded Hall of Famers, and then I try to fill in around those graded Hall of Famers with just high eye appeal, raw singles of commons and other players. So that's a beauty. We're going to card stand that guy right over here and just absorb that glorious red as we get through the rest of this episode, this baseball heavy episode. Got one soccer card here, Robert Lewandowski, or Lewandowski, however you want to say it. Great card here, Prized Footballers insert out of Topps Finest. And this is just a normal insert. They're all refractors like this. There is no non-refractor version of this card to my knowledge, but you get the UEFA Champions League star ball kind of icon in the background there, which is cool. Love the colors here, like the gradient transition from like an orange to like a yellowish. Just an awesome card. So that one is destined for the Soccer Z Folio. I remember getting that for like 45 cents or something, so just couldn't pass that up. How about a football card next? Todd Gurley. Anyone out there remember Todd Gurley? Was the darling of the NFL for a couple of years there, smashing records at the running back position. Looked like he was maybe destined for Canton, and then obviously injuries got the best of him. Quick decline in his career, which we see unfortunately with so many players in that game in particular. But this is just a shiny select card because I have kind of memories of him dominating the league for a short time, and because he flamed out before he could accumulate Hall of Fame worthy numbers, nobody cares about him in the hobby. So this was like 60 cents, something like that. This Rams card, it is numbered also out of 99. So just a cheap, cool addition there for my football card Z Folio. So we've got all the major sports represented other than basketball today. No b-ball yet. Here's a Topps Finest green refractor of Dustin Pedroia. How about that? Pretty cool card there. This is one that I definitely grabbed many years back, and I can tell that for two reasons. Number one, this is not a card I'd buy today. This is a card that I would have picked up in the heyday of my Red Sox team collecting era. And number two, it doesn't have the paper back in it here. So this one's been kicking around, waiting to get sorted into the collection for some time. But, serial numbered, under 100, fan favorite, Topps Finest, which I love. Just a winner card there. And again, like really everything we've seen in today's episode had very cheaply. Here we go. A nice hockey card here. Soccer. Alex Ovechkin. Must have forgot to put this one in my separate Ovi stack that I keep for showing a new Ovi card every time he scores. This is from the second and final Upper Deck Champs hockey release. So this was a 2-and-done release by Upper Deck, and the best way I can describe it, very similar to Allen and Ginter baseball. Like same type of card stock, sort of a retro feel, like Allen and Ginter. So it was a great set. I loved it. The base cards in this have a light blue tint to the background, so this is actually a red parallel. And of course, just like with Mike Trout in baseball, Ovechkin cards that are red and team color matching for the Capitals kind of carry an extra premium and look extra cool. So we'll put that up fittingly next to the very red Bobby Morgan on the right side of the cheese box there. So some great stuff here. 8 minutes in. Let's pull another couple cards at least before we call it a day. Check out this card right here. This is one of the Hot Box Purple Refractors from 2014, Topps Heritage, Clayton Kershaw. Maybe the best pitcher of the 21st century so far. Certainly in the conversation anyway, with I'd say Verlander and Scherzer. And I've tended to kind of ignore Kershaw to my own detriment in my time in the hobby. So happy to get this one into the collection. And this is, of course, will be migrated into Grimace, my purple Z Folio that contains all purple shiny cards. So that's a nice Clayton to go in there. Let's put him up in the background as well. Those Heritage chrome refractors are just so awesome. Love the way those look. Another buyback here from my favorite set ever, 1990 Topps. How about Mitch Williams tipping the cap? This is not the most aesthetically pleasing 90 Topps card, I will admit that, but I just love this set, and I am crazily working on a complete set of these all in buyback format. So this is probably one that I need off that checklist. So I'll get this filed away into that binder after today's video. Let's do one more oversized card here. And wow, look, another Brooklyn Dodger to go with the Bobby Morgan. This is Carl Spooner, pitcher here on the 55 Topps set. This, of course, is for my set build that is slowly plodding away. Kind of got suckered into this thinking it's only barely over 200 cards. It seems pretty reasonable. Let's go for it. And man, it's a challenging release as everything is from the 50s. But happy to add another Brooklyn Dodger to that set pursuit here with Carl Spooner. Clean front, clean back. It does look like we have a little bit of pencil on here, which I didn't notice when I bought it. So I guess I can't say clean back, but this looks like it was owned by a Barbara G at some point. You can see here at the bottom of the cartoon, I want to say that says Barbara. So pretty awesome to have Barbara's former Carl Spooner card in my 55 set build. Thanks for that, Barbara. And the other issue with this that you can see, there is a surface wrinkle going right over his hat here to the right of the B. So those two issues resulted in me getting this card for like under $1. So certainly not going to turn that down. Shout out to my buddy Joe at 4 Soft Corners, because this definitely has 4 soft corners and feels like the kind of card that he'd welcome into his collection as well. So happy to have this one. I will put it right here alongside the other Brooklyn card. And that is going to be a wrap for today's Cheese Box rummage. We're at 11 minutes, so we're going to call it here. As usual, the Cheese Box provided. We saw some great variety here. So I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you sticking with me. And as you know, I'll be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Till then, enjoy the hobby, everybody.